Hey, hello everybody, and thank you very much for taking the time to watch another Roulette Sonar demonstration video. This time we're taking a look at the live casino setup for Roulette Sonar and how it can work alongside you and help you to play these tables. What you're looking at is the most powerful roulette software known to man. It's taken 2 years to build this. Works in live and RNG casinos, and if you want to buy a copy of this software once you've seen the demonstration I'm about to do for you, and then you can get in contact with us through the description underneath the video. Please do get in touch, and we can tell you how you can get a hold of a license for Roulette Sonar. Okay, so let's launch the software and get started. So here is the main user console for Roulette Sonar. Everything you need is in these buttons and in this information pane here. What we're going to do first of all is, once we've opened up the casino that we want to use the software on, we're going to use this particular button to then drag some recognition boxes around the parts that we want to watch. So I'm going to do that for you very quickly right now. It's very important when you do this bit that you make sure that you do not cut off any of the characters in the boxes that you want to watch, because you do that, you're going to get some fake readings and some confused readings, and then your alerts just won't be helpful to you. If you do happen to put a box in the wrong place, so for example like that, that's clearly not going to work because the box is not around those numbers. It's not going to see any of the numbers. Just literally exit that box and start again. You can draw an unlimited amount of boxes on the page. For this particular casino, we are going to be watching 8 tables at once, which is pretty damn cool actually. Just one other word of advice actually when I'm doing this. What I tend to do is to zoom the web page up so that I have these numbers as big as possible in the actual viewing frame. So once we've done that, we've selected all of the boxes around the areas that we want to watch. We then go to alert options, and these are the settings for Roulette Sonar. So today in this demonstration video, we're only going to concentrate on the parts here on the left hand side. The right hand side here are for more advanced play and work very well also in RNG, just single use casinos. So let's kick off with single color sequence. Again, pretty simply, this is how many single colors in one sequence do we want to see before an alert appears. 4 is quite aggressive play. I've said that before. I will normally set this at 6 or 7, but for the purpose of the demonstration here today, I'm going to set it quite low at 4 because we'll get more alerts that way, and you can see how the software works slightly better. You can, if you want, change which color you want to track. I'm not quite sure why you'd want to do that, why you'd only want to just follow either black or red colors, but you know, you might need to. Up to you. We've tried to keep this interface as changeable as possible, so you can realistically do whatever you want with it, but for the sake of today, any color. The auto bet option is for the single player RNG casinos. This is insane. We have managed to program the software to give it the ability to bet automatically, and it is crazy to watch it. Another demonstration video coming up for that. It always makes me nervous, but it's pretty damn cool. So the alternating color sequence, quite simply, red, black, red, black, red, black. That's an alternating color sequence. And to trigger the alert after 2 alternating pairs, so that would be red, black, red, black. If you want it to just be red, black, you set it to 1. I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to make this slightly longer. I'm going to do 3 alternating pairs. So that would mean the alert won't go off until we have a red, black, red, black, red, black. So that's quite a big one, but again, we're into a slightly safer zone there for wagering. Then the alternating double color sequence, so that's red, red, black, black. That's one sequence, red, red, black, black, or black, black, red, red. If you want that to go for further than 1, you can go, in fact it's unlimited because Roulette Sonar has a memory. So if you wanted that to be, I don't want it to alert until 20 alternating pairs have happened. Very, very unlikely that'll ever happen, but it could do, but very unlikely, because Roulette Sonar has a memory. Even though there are only up 10 or 11 characters in this particular window, it will still remember and it will alert you when that particular alert comes up. And you can alert for 0 if you want as well. I don't tend to do that because I don't tend to chase the 0, but if you wanted to, it will let you know when a 0 appears. Again, we'll leave all of this side until a later date, and I'll show you a demonstration video on that. When you buy the software, you'll get a full instructional video that will talk you through all of these patterns, how they work, when they work, and how to bet with them as well. So if any of these patterns come out, what do I do next? That's all explained in the instructional video when you purchase Roulette Sonar. So we're set up, we're ready to go. It's okay that. Bring up the software and finish our setup phase there. There it is. And we'll start it off. So what you're seeing immediately is the screen is now live. The numbers are being monitored by Roulette Sonar, and in the viewing pane here on the left hand side you can see that it is actually seeing the numbers that are happening down below in those particular areas. So all the areas have a number. We've only got 7 that we can see in this window, so you can't actually see area 1 up here, but it is there. Area 2 to area 8, we've already had one alert go off down here on Bellina's table, which is 1 double, and there it is. Black, black, red, red. That's 1 double sequence. So you can decide right now on the back of that whether you want to play that particular table. And there's another double here now as well. Look, black, black, red, red. That's what it's seen on a Vladislav's table. There he is. Let's just cancel these off for a minute because we're not going to play yet. Another double that's come out on this particular table here as well. So black, black, red, red. So it's a great thing about this. Here we go. If I was going to play against that, I would have bet red there, by the way, so we would have won on Bellina's table anyway. The easiest way to play this is when the alerts actually come up, is to then use your mobile, to have your casino open on your mobile and click on the particular table on your mobile, because it opens much faster than it does on a laptop normally. So whilst that is still live and in play, you can open up the table and you can bet on it ready for the next spin. So on this particular table as well, we'll be betting on red to be the next number to come out. Let's see if we're lucky enough for that to happen on this particular occasion. It would break the cycle, you see, of the double, and it hasn't. It's going into another cycle right now, so we'll keep an eye on this one and see which way this one's going to go, because it's going to go black, black, red, red, black. I would now be betting on red again right here to try and break this cycle of the doubles. We've actually got 3 different cycles happening here: red, red, black, black, red, red, black. So I think that's going to be a red. Never ever forget to cover off the 0. Right, because that'll be the only thing that will really sting you, is that the sequence will break, and normally you would win if the sequence breaks, because that's what you're betting. You're betting the fact that this sequence is going to break. But if the 0 comes in, of course you must have it covered off, and then you get a little bonus win as well, which is pretty cool, because you've got better odds on the 0, of course. So let's see if this table is going to come to fruition, or whether the doubles are going to continue. And it is. So we're now into a 4 double sequence now. So if I was just coming into this table, or if I had my alert set up for 3 doubles or 4 doubles, I'd be getting quite excited about this table right now, because there's no way this pattern is going to continue for much longer. By the way, this still says 1 double because that's the alert you originally set up. So even though Roulette Sonar is still looking at this table and it's going, this is a double alert on this table, it'll still only say 1 double because that's where you began. So it's also quite interesting and helpful to keep track of where you actually started watching this from. So we know that we started watching this from 1 double, and it's now up to 4. So I'd be betting black here, and I'd be covering off the 0 as well as a triple dome. That's one of our other more complex patterns, which we'll tell you about in a later video. So let's get rid of that one. And still this double pattern is continuing. So we'd be about 3 or 4 bets into this particular table right now, which is why you have to be careful about what your strategy is. If you're playing the martingale strategy and you're doubling up your bets each time you lose to try and win your money back, it's these kinds of runs that can cause you serious problem, because you can wipe out a bankroll, depending on how big your bankroll is, within 7 or 8 permutations. It just accelerates so fast when you get a series of losses. It's a nightmare to actually use. So if you're betting really small amounts and you've got a reasonable size bankroll, yeah, it's probably worth a go, especially if you're playing fairly gently. So if you're setting your alerts up to be not too aggressive. So this one again is stinging us all the way. Red, red, black, black, red, red, black, black, red, red. You see, again, I'll be betting against this pattern now very, very aggressively, because I believe the next number that would come out of here will now be a red or a 0. We're back into doubles here now on this particular table. Red, red, black, black. It's spotted there. That's fine. Let's get rid of that one. I just want to see what's going to happen on this table, though. This is fascinating me because this is a really long pattern here. This pattern's got to break. It's got to be red or 0. 4 reds here with Boris. Boris is having a good night. And let's get rid of some of these others as well, because they're a little bit behind now. We've got a fairly serious set of reds here as well. There's another one that's just come out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in a row. So again, I'll be straight in onto this table as well with Bellina, and I'll be betting against the reds here. So I'll be going black and covering off the 0 on Bellina's table right now. And look, the pattern has actually broken in the table above us as well, which is what we were hoping for. Hopefully we will have got all of our money back and may have still made some profit on this one, depending on how much you'd bet on it, of course. 4 blacks on this table. Bellina, we want a black. Come on, we'd be betting on black right now with Bellina. Is she going to give it to us? Let's see what happens here. This is a pretty long run of reds here. Another double here on Vladislav's table. That's the black, black, red, red. You could almost red, red, black, black, red, red. So again, I'll be wanting to try and break that pattern. Same on this table above as well. It's almost exactly the same pattern there, isn't it? Almost exact. Bellina gave us another red. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 reds in a row. It can happen. I mean, I've actually seen these go up to 18 in a row, which seems unbelievable. But that's why you've got to be so careful with this game. Because literally anything can happen. It is random. I mean, this is a live game as well. There's a lot of paranoia around the RNG games, you know, the AI games, because there's a lot of theories that they're rigged. I'm sure they're not. I'm sure they're completely random, but you have to understand that anything can happen. So Bellina's pulled a blackout for us there. So again, we would have been betting against this series of red continuing, and it would have come in probably I think 2 sequences there, so a fairly safe one. But again, this is how you can use Roulette Sonar to play very safe for you, because you could say, I don't want to know about any sequences of numbers unless there are 7 in a row or 8 in a row. If you'd set it at 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and you'd bet against that pattern continuing, you would have lost twice, and on the 3rd spin you would have won. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so we've got a double there forming, red, red, black, black. We've got a double here as well, which has just been cancelled off actually, Boris. We're a little bit behind time. You see, this is the thing. This is why I tend to not play this game too aggressively, because we're having so many different alerts coming up here. It would be difficult to keep track of it. It's quite distracting. And so it's better to just let the thing roll for you and let you know when there's a really juicy wager available. And if you want to readjust your settings, you can do that in the options as well. I'll just show you this as well. There's a secondary option panel for Roulette Sonar. We can do things like change the transparency of the desktop part there, so you can see what's going on behind it if you wanted to. You can change the color of the text or the background. So let's swap these around and I'll show you what I mean. So this is probably going to give us a headache, but yeah, there you go. So you can do whatever you want to customize the look of it. This is the scan interval is the amount of time it takes to scan, or the amount of time you want it to scan. I generally, on a live casino, 8 seconds is perfect, because if you set this too low, it's just constantly scanning round and round and round and round, and there's no real win to it. It doesn't help you. It doesn't need to be any faster than sort of 8 seconds. If you want to stop the software playing for you, this is in the single player RNG casinos more so, you can change this to whatever letter you want. I generally tend to have an S in there, and it will let you use a small s or a capital S. It's just a hotkey, so you just press S and the whole system will stop and allow you to bet on whatever you want to do. The play mode for real or fun. So some of these casinos don't allow you to use any kind of software in their terms and conditions, which you do need to check. You cannot go against the terms and conditions of the casino. You will be able to use it in fun mode, but not in real play. So you can change the settings on that, because sometimes the wager amounts in fun are different to the wager amounts in the live casino. Don't worry about that now. It would make sense if you bought the software and you were playing it for single player RNG casinos, and we explain all in the instruction videos anyway. So there we go. I'm not going to make any changes on this right now. Right, so let's cancel these off for a minute and just wait for the next wave to come up. We're going to play one more alert, and then I'm going to bring this video to an end because we're already at 15 minutes. But it just gives you an insight really into what is a very, very powerful piece of roulette software. Here we go then. It's going to be Dave, and we heard the 4 reds go off. So I wouldn't normally bet on a sequence of 4 reds. I would actually be wanting to see at least 6 or 7 in a row before I jump in. But let's do it. We'll risk it for a biscuit. So right now I'd be logging on my mobile to this particular table with Dave, and I'll be betting on black, and I'll be covering off the 0 as well to make sure I was safe there. But I'll be betting on black to be the next colour to come up on Dave's roulette wheel. Let's see what Dave gives us. 3 threes is another one of our different alerts there. It's pretty obvious what that is. Red, 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 black, 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 red, red, red. So I'll be betting on a red there. Dave's given us another red. So it's going to take us a little bit longer once again. Let's see how we go. It's going to be another long run, probably, just because I'm wanting to finish this video. We'll probably get a huge amount. Actually, the decision has been made for us. Because I haven't actually been clicking on the actual casino or moving it around or clicking on any particular tables, it's logged me out. So we'll finish there. We've had a good 17 minutes. I have no idea how much money we would have won there, but we would have won, even though some of those sequences went on for a bit longer than we would have liked. And again, that's why, to start with, until you get really, really comfortable with this software and using it, bet very, very, very small amounts, and just get used to it, and just get used to the speed at which you can play, and don't get distracted by all of these different alerts that are coming out all the time. So there you go. That's a bit of a demonstration of Roulette Sonar for you. Thanks very much for watching. Thanks for your interest in the software as well. And if you want to get in touch with us, please do so in the email and details that are in the description below this video. There'll be more videos on the way very, very soon. But for now, thanks very much for watching. Take care.